Greetings and salutations and welcome to Ahrtimmer Talks About Stuff. That is exactly what you're getting. If you're watching this video expecting League of Legends builds or anything other than me talking about what's going on currently, you'd best leave because you won't find any of that here. The only thing you're going to find here is me talking about stuff and some very, very bad video editing in the background. Okay, so me talking about stuff. I have about 7 topics I'd like to discuss, and I'm going to get through them as quickly as I can, because of reason number 1. Okay. So, reason number 1 is work. Lately, I've gotten another job, a second job to sort of tide me over while I wait for the busy season to come back in my first job, which of course is waiting and very dependent on tourism. While the shifts have been low on that, I have picked up a full-time 10-hour-a-day, 6-day-a-week job. Consequently, I have very, very little time on my hands, and the time that I have, I want to spend either eating, sleeping, or just doing something that's completely not involved. I don't really want to be doing League of Legends games in particular because to do the best for my team, I need to be fully aware and fully into the game, not semi-brain dead from having worked 10 hours already that day, and having to work 10 hours again the next. Consequently, Illegitimate Legends is quite far behind. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't played LoL in about almost 3 weeks now, and I don't see that changing in the very near future. I will try, mind you, as I always try, but don't expect another episode of Illegitimate Legends to come out in the very near future. It takes about 3 to 4 games per build for me to be at my minimum, and I don't really have the time to do that right now. That's just the way it is, I'm afraid, and there's not much I can do about that. Additionally, in the recent channel news, all the old Let's Plays that are as yet unfinished are going to remain unfinished until I decide to go back and finish them. And the 2 that are not going to be finished are the Cry of Fear Let's Play with myself, Maelstrom, a later edition of Zamada, and Esriva 321. That is just, no one was watching it, and I had a great time playing it, but not a great enough time to bother uploading it if you guys aren't going to watch it. I'm not making the video so much as I'm just showing raw footage of what we did. Really should have done it a different way, but it is what it is. On another note, Prince of Persia, which I did enjoy uploading, despite the fact that it was exactly the same thing. I enjoyed playing that game and talking about it whilst I was playing it, despite the fact that my commentary is, as always, very, very bland and uninspired. Prince of Persia ended for a very different reason. Prince of Persia was a series that I enjoyed. As I've already said, let's not cover all this ground again. Basically, YouTube screwed me over, and it won't upload anything after episode 18. I recorded 19 episodes, 2 of them didn't upload. I tried various different methods to get them to upload. Simply didn't happen. YouTube says it was the wrong file format, even though it was the correct one, and I'm not willing to go through that nonsense again. I made the decision a while back to just finish playing Prince of Persia Warrior Within on my own sort of grounds, and just not bother uploading the rest. If there's anyone disappointed by that, I apologize, but it is what it is, and I can't do anything about it. So don't expect any more from the old Let's Plays. All this said, despite everything that's currently happening, I am going to be adding things in the near future to the program, because Illegitimate Legends is nice, but I like to have other things going on the side, because eventually we're going to run out of builds. Not for a year or 2 if things remain good, but eventually we're going to run out of builds. Consequently, I've come up with the idea or not so much come up with the idea, I've decided that I would do a League of Legends lore series covering in as much detail as I can and with a great deal of personal interpretation and taking a few liberties. I'm going to cover the lore of League of Legends in its entirety. This is going to be a many-part series, about 3 minutes apart. Problem is, at the minute, I don't have any idea what I'm going to show for footage while you listen to me tell you what I think the lore of League of Legends is. With no background footage, the videos are going to be boring. That's not what I want. I don't want boring videos as much as I make quite a few of them. I would like something that you guys would enjoy watching once, twice, 3 times. So, if you happen to be an animator and are looking for trying something new, or just like League of Legends and drawing pictures about it, I may have a small, non-paid job for you. I could do with a hand on this one. It's not vital. I can come up with something on my own. At the very least, I'll eventually decide to just use paint and do it myself. But if you would like to help, I'm willing to accept that help. So expect a League of Legends lore series in the very near future, after the contract for my second job expires in about 4 weeks. The next thing that's coming in the future, I'm going to be doing a lot more of Cube World, because I really like that game and I like to see where it's going. It's also a bit of a bandwagon, and I always jump on every opportunity to... Okay, this is a lie completely. I don't jump on every opportunity, but I'm going to jump on this one because I like the opportunity to sort of grow the channel in another direction. Cube World is a game that I like, and I will be keeping you updated. At the minute, because it's in early alpha, I'm going to focus on mainly patches and discussing additional patch content. This means I'm going to spend a lot of time leveling up my character so that I can actually show you all the patch content. But, for the most part, I'm just going to be going around, telling you what's new in the game when new things happen, and occasionally I might show you a dungeon run that me and my friends did. We have our own little server. Well, I might let you join. Depends what our admin says. So Cube World is going to be a thing that's going to be on the rise. The last thing that I'd like to add, and this is not something that necessarily needs to be on the channel, and I'm not even sure if it should be here. But I'm going to present the offer to you anyway. Myself and a group of friends have been playing a lot of Roll20. For those of you who don't know what Roll20 is, Roll20.net is a website where you can easily play pen and paper role-playing games using the internet. You can use Skype for your communication or the inbuilt voice communication in the website. And it's got a number of dice systems as well as maps and just effective collation of character sheets, etc. All the things you need to run a sort of D&D game online. It is specifically designed for D&D, but that's not what we use it for. Myself and a small group of friends play a game called Vampires the Masquerade. Some of you will know of it, others will not. It is essentially a game where you pretend to be a vampire, set in the world of darkness, which is very fun. You can be vampires, werewolves, witch hunters, vampire hunters, demon hunters, Quasian, the kindred of the East. Whole lots of options here. And we run the occasional game. It's not very common because we all have our own personal requirements, but we play Vampires the Masquerade and have a great time. Now, I am planning my first ever campaign from a GM perspective in the very near future. I'm writing together a campaign. I've always been the player, not the GM. Now I'm going to be the GM. I'm setting a game of vamps in the world of Stalker, Shadows of Chernobyl. I'd be very interested to know if you guys would like to have a recording and watch us playing Vampires the Masquerade. Additionally, if you have any ideas of things that you think must happen in a particular chronicle that's set in Stalker, filled with vampires, potentially werewolves as well, haven't decided yet. If you have anything that you'd really like to see in that sort of environment, please let me know. I love listening to inspirational ideas. Which brings me to the last and very quick point before I leave. If you have any ideas for something you'd like to see me do, because, well, I often am at a loss. I want to add new things to the show, and as you can hear, I've got a number of ideas, but a lot of them don't pan out, and I often find myself at a loss for what to do next. What can I put on my channel that you guys would actually like to see? If there's something that you would like to see me do, please let me know in the comment section below this video. That is all I have to tell you. I hope you enjoyed this little chat, and I hope you enjoyed my fantastic video editing skills in the background. Until next time, thank you, and good night.